is difficult. Sitting is difficult. Sleeping is difficult. Having a good night's sleep is so important to overall mental health.
I am horrible.
There's so many factors, diet as well.
Yeah.
But there's just so much. And I know we want to try to figure out how to interject some jokes into this, but the fact of the matter is this needs to be addressed. And people need to feel that they're not alone. I remember, and this happens actually quite a bit, and I feel so bad for my girlfriend when it does. I remember being home one day, got home from work, and I just started to cry. And my mom, because I live with my mom, life goals. And my mom's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, I don't know. Well, are you worried about money? No. Is there something else? And she kept trying to, and I said, "Mom, I don't know. I just need to," and I kept crying. And she's like, "Well, I wish there was something I could do." I said, just be understanding. And so she would say, if you need me, just let me know. We decided to try to make buns. Those buns were a little saltier than usual because I was like, I can't roll this fucking thing right. And I'd fall apart all over again. My girlfriend, who has seen me as this rock, and I'm not bragging. Yeah. She's had some tough things. I've been there to help her through, and so she sees me as this person she can lean on. So when I have these days when I start crying, she's like, "What? Did you hurt your foot? Are you okay? Are you sitting on something uncomfortable? What's wrong? What's wrong? What can I do to help you? Do you need to eat? What can we do?" And I'm like, "I just need to cry." Why?
Yeah.
No, I just need to cry. Why?
Steve's the same way
because
I'm always the strong one.
But crying is therapeutic.
It is.
Don't deny. Are you listening, baby? Yeah. Don't deny the cry.
Crying releases all that inner tension that you're holding. It lets it out. And you have to find a release. For some of us, it's crying. For some of us, it's eating. For some of us, it's exercise. But you have to find something to do to release that.
Why are you looking at me for the eating part? Why are you looking at me for the eating part?
I'm not looking at you.
I'm an angry eater. I get pissed off. I go straight for a Big Mac.
I'm an emotional eater.
But the crying is good. It's therapeutic. And at some point, you start laughing because there's always a snot bubble that pops somewhere.
Yes, exactly.
The
dirty cries. The fall to your knees and just...
Oh, and then there's the soundless ones where you're just like... You can't see this because you're listening, but I'm like...
Exactly.
Her and you're like popping veins because you're just like... If a sound came out, it would sound like a strangled snake. Like it's just... and these are healthy. These are healthy. And the thing is, I had actually posted this on social media about it once, and I call them overflow days. When we deny what we're feeling, when we don't let ourselves feel them, when we don't... Those are emotions that refuse to be ignored. And that's when you have those snot bubble days where you're just like... Why are you crying? Because... they forgot my pickles on my Big Mac. Like, you know what I mean?
It's so true.
It's gonna happen.
And
that's why they make those fucking sappy commercials.
It's true.
They're for your overflow days.
The old Bell Canada commercials used to make me cry, every single one.
Oh, and that's the thing, is that you've got to let yourself feel those emotions.
Yes.
They are real. They are honest. And the thing that I admit, this pisses me off. Attention seeking. People who think it's attention seeking.
Yes. That drives me crazy.
The day that I had that where I couldn't stop crying. First of all, I'm a social media whore. I am the person who's ruining Facebook for millennials. I'm sorry. I am. I share a lot on social media. My poor girlfriend is like, really?
My daughter says that. Do you really have to share that, Mom?
Yes, we do.
I do.
And the thing is, because there's other people like me out there that don't feel confident enough in sharing their story. So I went to social media the next day when I was feeling stronger. I wrote the whole thing out and I stared at it for 20 minutes. Do I want to share this? Do I want to share this? Because I am strong. I have been that person. I was the one in high school that at grade 9 got yanked into the bathroom by a grade 12 student to tell me she was pregnant and her parents were going to kick her out. I'm like, I'm just going to math. Like, can I just go to math class? I don't know you. Do you know what I mean? I've been that person that people confide in. And so I shared it. Yeah. And the response, for the most part, was amazing. I had someone basically tell me that these are private problems for private help, and I shouldn't be sharing it on social media.
Yeah, people on social media love to give their opinions.
Well, and this was a family member who tried to shame me, and people jumped all over this person. And I said, I came at it I tried to come at it a more kindness sort of way, saying, but other people are feeling this. And if I can share this,
Yes.
you know, and I told them, feel free to unfollow me. And I'm pretty sure they unfriended and blocked me. And I addressed that the next day, saying that this is why we can't be quiet.
Yes.
Silence has killed so many people.
It has.
And I mean, have you met me? I can't be quiet if I try.
No, she cannot.
I cannot. And I have broad shoulders. I can handle that criticism. Bring it on, bitch.
Yep.
I got this.
But
I got
some
this.
people can't.
So that's why I speak my truth, because my truth is also someone else's truth. And I have so many people who will message me and say, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't feel alone.
I remember, too, a lot of people know this about me, that last year or 2 years ago, I ran for the Provincial Liberal Party. And there was some people sending out the most god-awful messages to me.
And it's unbelievable, but people think it's okay to do that.
And they were attacking my kids, my husband, myself, bringing up my other like my first marriage. It was just horrible. And, you know, I think about all the names that, you know, Kathleen Wynne, when she was our premier, got called. But she's still a person. She's still a grandmother. She has children. I'm a person with feelings, you know. I'm not just somebody out there running. I ran because I believed in it. But the people on social media who thought, at the time I finally shut social media off for a bit and let my campaign people handle it because it was just getting to be too much. But it is. People behind a computer can be so horrible. And if you let it get you down, it can take you right down to the bottom.
I will never understand that. I mean, let's take Donald Trump, for instance.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't talk local politics.
No.
Simply because of my day job. Just disclaimer there. I will not weigh in on local politics. Donald Trump, I can talk about Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I do not like the man. I think he's dirty. I think he's a liar. I think he's filthy. I think that once he's no longer president, those, 17 women are going to file their sexual assault claims, you know, that sort of thing. But I would never be so low as to wish death upon him.
No.
Because he has family.
He does.
He has children. He has a son. I remember when he was first elected in the media, Saturday Night Live, his youngest son, Barron, who, in all intents and purposes, there's no proof, but just from different things that I've seen, could be on the autism spectrum. He could be Asperger's.
Yes.
He's a child. He's off fucking limits.
Exactly.
You want to make fun of his grown-ass kids because of the stupid shit they say? Go for it. They open their ridiculous mouths, speak the crap they speak, go for it. But a child? No.
Leave the kids alone.
And don't. And the other thing. It's so easy to make fun of the color of his skin, like his tan or whatever, and his hair. Don't.
Yeah.
Because you're playing right into the way he plays.
Yes.
Attack his politics, attack his personality, attack his morals, because those are always questionable. Don't make it superficial.
Exactly.
When people started going after Melania, saying the nasty things, no. If you can't make your point and present your argument without getting
insulting
nasty
and getting nasty, then leave your argument off the book.
If you got to devolve into just immature schoolyard behavior, no.
Yes.
Because that you've lacked intelligence, credibility, respect, all of that. So as much as I absolutely despise the man and I can't tolerate what he stands for, I will always go after his values and his actions and his character.
Yes.
I could care less about his hair, though it's funny as fuck, let's be honest.
It sure is.
It's very,
It
very
is for
funny.
sure.
But if I want to prove a point about this man, he's given me so many other things to go after.
Exactly.
I don't have to say anything about his appearance.
No. All you got to do is open up his Twitter page.
Oh, my God. Can they not take that phone from his
I
fucking
know.
fingers?
They
Good.
should.
You know he's sitting on the
Honestly.
shitter, right?
Yeah.
He's squeezing out, he's pinching out a hard one while he's creating policy and starting World War III.
Okay, that's what I'm going to think about the next time I have an anxiety attack to bring me right out of it.
Well, I mean, even just look at his face. He looks like he's trying to squeeze one in till he gets to the toilet. Like
That's true. But now we're getting nasty.
Yes, what did I just say not to do?
Exactly.
And
Chris?
there is your example.
Do not do that.
No, don't do that. Don't see, and we're all fallible. We all make mistakes,
We do.
right?
We all do.
And it's so easy. And that just proves how easy it is to maliciously malign somebody
Yeah.
because you don't agree with them. And I think in this day and age where mental health is so prevalent, we need to learn to be a little kinder.
We do.
Who cares what she wore to Walmart?
Exactly. Who cares?
Who cares if there's, a barbecue stain? Who cares? It doesn't cost anything to be kind.
If you don't like what somebody's posted on Facebook, scroll past.
I've been doing that. I am so proud of myself.
I'm proud of you too.
It
Just
is so
scroll
hard
past.
not to correct stupid people.
I know, but do not. Just scroll on by.
I have unfollowed a precedent number of people.
Yes,
and
I have too.
Our friend John, who actually is the composer of our amazing intro.
Music.
He's
Yes.
fabulous. He unfriends them. He just
Yes.
removes them completely. And I'm like, no. Because I'm arrogant enough to think
Yeah.
I have something to teach them.
Yes.
I believe
Yeah.
by leading by example and continuing to just be a good person in front of them,
Yeah.
that maybe...
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Do I ever have an ego or what? I believe I can fix all the people in the world. But no, I also promote a lot of shows and such like
Yes.
that. But I also struggle with not saying something because this is what I used to tell people. They used to say, why? Why do you get into it with them? Because I'm not trying to change their mind.
Yes.
I'm trying to reach the people who are sitting on the fence who haven't made up their mind yet, who could be easily swayed by intolerance and fear and hatred.
Exactly.
And so sometimes I just wish that I could make my voice just a little stronger, and again, that feels kind of arrogant to say because it makes it sound like what I have to say is important or relevant. But I just think if we have somebody who keeps producing the facts.
Yeah. And you never know when what you're saying is going to be exactly what somebody needs to hear. You never know that. So just keep saying what you're saying, keep doing what you're doing because it helps. But I also want to say I've had so many people come up to me and say, how did you know you had depression? How did you know when it was anxiety? So depression, for me anyway, is like you have this blanket on you that's so heavy and it feels dark and you're sleeping a lot. So if you're having a bad day, that's not depression. If, you're sleepy one day and you need to sleep in, that's not depression. When you're sleeping in every day, you can't get up and go to work. You don't want to socialize anymore if you're a social person, or all of a sudden you're not a social person and you find yourself putting yourself out there, maybe engaging in risky behavior, that could be depression. If you're doing anything that's out of the ordinary, that all you want to do is stay at home, or all of a sudden you're eating all the time, all of these things can be symptoms of depression. So yes, if you're just having a bad day, that's not depression. But when it lasts and lasts, it is, and you need to go and seek help. And there's so many, places that you can go. If you can't get into counseling right away, you can call the crisis hotline and at least talk to somebody. For God's sakes, you can even email our email account and, we check it. We'll talk to you. But reach out to someone, a family member, anyone. The hardest part of depression is saying that I suffer from depression. I suffer from anxiety. That's the hardest part. Once you come out and say, hi, my name is, and I suffer from, it's like a big weight is lifted off your shoulders.
For me, it's like there's no color or joy left in the world.
Exactly.
It's very dark. It's very gray. I find it hard to laugh. I find it hard to smile. I get very quiet and withdrawn, which makes people very worried because I'm not. And that's another area that's tough for my girlfriend because I'm an empath. which is probably another reason why I have anxiety and depression, because I'm drawing off the energy of everyone around me, which makes me very good in what I do when I'm out in the public, because if they've got a high energy, I feed off that and I throw it back out to them, kind of thing. Overexposure, sensory overload.